Do you want to quickly build a video call app with complete UI on the web? Today, I will show you how to successfully build a scalable video call application with Vue3 in 10 minutes. On the trtc.io webpage, click Developers and Call. Click Integration on the left and Web NH5 Vue3. This article will guide you through the quick integration of the TUICallKit component. In terms of environment preparation, we need to ensure that we have Node.js version 18+ or 20+. Step 1. Activate the service. We need to obtain SDK ID and SDK secret key, which will be used as mandatory parameters in Step 4. Let's click Step 4 and take a look. Here we will initialize the TUICallKit component. Now go back to Step 1. Click Activate the service. Click Tencent RTC Console to create application. Click Create Application. Enter application name such as CallKit. Click Create. Now the application has been created. We can click All Application, and here are all the applications created in the past. Click the CallKit application we just created. We can see the SDK app ID and SDK secret key, and these two parameters will be used later. Then let's go back to the document. Step 2. Create a Vue3 project. Copy this line of code. If you don't have scaffolding, you need to install it. I will open the terminal. You can also use your terminal. We may have some differences. Type sudo and paste the line of code just now. Enter your computer password. Speed up the installation process. Now copy Vue create CallKit demo, paste here. You can choose whether to use the TypeScript template. We normally choose the default to go forward. You can notice that the CallKit demo package appears on the desktop. Speed up the download process. After the project is created, go to the project directory. Copy CD CallKit demo. Step 3. Download the TUICallKit. At the same time, we use VS Code or other development tools to open the CallKit demo project we just created. Drag the CallKit demo folder from the desktop. Click SRC directory. Let's go back to the documentation. Copy the debug directory to your project directory. It is necessary when generating usersig locally. Usersig will be used when login. Paste the code we just copied here. We can see that the debug directory has been copied in. Now let's follow the next step. Step 4. Initialize the TUICallKit. My example code uses composition API approach. First, we need to introduce the TUICallKit component. You can see it mentioned here. Click app.vue. Replace the code we just copied here. You can see that there are some error prompts here. Let's go back to the documentation. We need to initialize the TUICallKit component and the related parameters. Copy the code and replace it here. At this time, you may need to add lang t's here. But if your project is not TypeScript, you don't need to add it. Here we see that there is still an error in the call. Let's get back to the documentation. We have now completed initializing the component. Step 5. Make your first call. We need to use the TUICallKit server.call API to make a call. Copy the code and paste it here. Let's review the code. Initialize the component by calling init. After successful initialization, call to implement the call. Let's run the project. Click package.json. You can see that the startup command is serve. Click here to open the terminal. Type npm run serve. Wait a minute, let's go back to App View. There are two to-do items here that need to be done. The first one is to replace SDK app ID, and the second one is to replace SDK secret key. These two parameters are taken from the application we just created. Copy SDK app ID and paste it here. Copy the SDK secret key and paste it here. Now everything is ready, let's start running. Copy this URL and paste it into our browser page. Now let's go back to the documentation and see how to run it. Open two browser pages, enter different user ID, defined by you. Click Step 1, Init to log in. After both user ID init to successfully, click on Step 2, Call to make a call. Okay, now we need to open two browser pages. This is the first web page, and this is the second page. I enter user ID Tate in the first page. Click Step 1, Init to log in. Let's go to the second page and enter the second user ID Natural. After both user ID init to successfully, go back to the first page. Let Tate call Natural. Now we have successfully implemented the video call. We can choose to switch the microphone, as well as turn the microphone on and off. We can also choose full screen. Okay, now we can hang up. For more features, you can learn about AI noise suppression, virtual background, UI customization, configuring nicknames and avatars, floating window, and custom ringtone. If you have questions, please refer to the FAQs for all platform or web. For more contact information and resources, refer to the video description section.